I go around the world just to get a good deal.
Let's talk about that. Good mythical morning.
I love a good deal when it comes to groceries, even if I have to take an international flight to get there.
Well, that's good because sometimes the best deals are in other countries due to hella complicated factors about economies and stuff.
Yeah, which we are very knowledgeable on and will tell you all about right now. It's time for Check Out on Aisle World Global Grocery Shopping Part 2.
Okay guys, here's how today's game's gonna work. Each round you'll be presented with 3 different countries from which you may buy a specific grocery store item. Your goal is to purchase the item from the country in which that item is the least expensive.
Of course.
And you're going to want to be very careful about which country you choose because your picks will affect how far your personal shopper travels up our shopper's hill to hell.
What's at the end of the hill to hell?
Hell!
Oh!
Or heaven for somebody.
Is there a heaven? Because last time,
I don't know, Link. I mean,
nobody got
that's a
to
very
heaven.
difficult question. People have been trying to figure it out for centuries.
By the end of the game, at least one of you will lose and go to hell. And before we begin, let's play a little game of catch the fish with Granddad to see who gets to pick the first
That's
item.
right. Y'all thought it might be going away because we told you it was, but we're gonna use it from time to time.
All right.
So-
shorter man is Granddad.
Yes, shorter man's granddad first.
Sudden
1/22 sudden death round. Hands on hips for you first.
Yes, I'm just.
Hands
I'm
on.
ready.
3, 2, 1. Oh, that's 3. That's 3.
All right.
You got me really good on the
You go
first one,
first,
and if
yeah.
I had a fish glove on, it may have come off, but we don't have time for fish gloves.
Ah!
Of these 3 countries, where is Nutella the least expensive?
Nutella?
Is it Nutella or Nutella?
Well, we just had this conversation because I say Nutella, which might be a Southern thing, but then everyone said Nutella back here, and I am self-conscious, and I went with new.
But
and
is it
it
Tella?
does sound.
Is it Tella that's new, or is it nuts that are Ella?
Well, it's a hazelnut, so it has to be a nut. I think it started out as Nutella, but it's pronounced Nutella. And because look, the N is black. In
That
each of
doesn't.
these.
I mean, that doesn't. I mean, if the nut was black, if all of the
Right.
nut was black, or just the new was black, it would be helpful. But that's not helpful.
It's Nutella is actually.
In Nutella, okay, I have the
Nutella.
power of choice because
Did you ever know that the N was black?
if we did that little thing that we do sometimes where we have to draw logos,
Different game. Don't
I would
confuse
not
me.
have gotten that right.
This is a big advantage to go first, man.
It is.
Because I have my answer. And I just
Okay.
don't want you to take it.
Well, I don't know this for sure, but I know this for like enough to like talk about it
pretend?
at parties. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know, Nutella is from Italy. Does that sound like something I'd say at a party?
I thought you said at Hardee's at first, and I was like, that's also viable.
Well, all of my parties are at Hardee's.
Yeah.
Well, we tend to split up at parties, you know. I've kind of heard all the stuff you're going to say, so I'll let other people hear it.
Yeah, well, I say things like, you know, Nutella, or Nutella, depending on where you're from,
Nutella.
is from Italy.
Right.
But is something being from that country necessarily
Make
a
it cheap.
reason to believe that it's cheaper? Because what if they're so proud of it? They're like, oh. But I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with where it's from is where
crap.
it costs not a lot.
That was going to be my guess.
First of all, it's so good. I can't even, look. It's gold plated. I can't even get into it.
I remember seeing
I don't even like hazelnuts.
Nutella in Thailand. So.
Do you remember paying for it?
Oh, no.
Putting it on your
I was
banana
like,
on the
huh,
beach?
This is there.
I thought you put it on your beach banana.
They have this. No.
No, I didn't.
A
No.
beach banana?
That's
Oh,
your
no.
full
No,
reasoning.
beach corn.
Too?
You had beach corn.
Yeah, it was corn. It's yellow, but it wasn't a banana.
I get corn and bananas mixed up. I saw something I talk about at Hardee's as well.
I just want to make sure, Link, that was your you saw it in Thailand.
I saw
just
it.
want to. Okay, great.
I saw Nutella in Thailand.
Okay.
That was my reasoning, yes.
Nutella is the least expensive in Italy. A 350 to 400 gram jar will cost you $3.27. The origin country of Nutella, Italy has 4 production plants there. So Rhett, that means you move 0 notches.
Welcome to Hardee's.
Boring.
The middle option is South Africa, where a jar will cost you $4.60.
You saw it, but you didn't pay for it.
Which means the most expensive country is Thailand, where a jar of Nutella will cost you a whopping $6.23. Low demand for Western food and lack of nearby factories drives up the price, which means, Link, you move 6 notches closer to hell.
No! Oh.
That's about as bad as you can possibly do, Link.
In this round, yes, it is. But at least I'm not next to you in the grocery anymore.
Of these 3 countries, where is poultry the least expensive?
Poultry, fowl, flying birds
Chicken.
that you can eat.
I do not get appetized by any of these colors of chicken leg.
But what's the most appetizing? Blue chicken, yellow
guess
chicken?
yellow.
Yeah, because yellow chicken is almost like regular chicken.
Chockety chop chop, Chinese chicken. I don't know. It's a lyric.
It's a lyric.
So I'm choosing China. You want me to try to come up with some reasoning? China's a big place, and there's lots of chickens. I mean, Rick, just close your eyes and you're gonna grab a chicken leg.
Right, yeah, I've done it. I've never even been to China.
Switzerland, that's a good choice for you.
Nothing's cheap in Switzerland.
So I'm gonna go for China.
Okay.
Put it right there.
I'm going to choose
It's
Mexico
like a mustard.
because I'm not going to choose Switzerland.
Come on, Switzerland is so beautiful.
Yeah, and that makes things cheap.
The skiing
Yeah, also very cheap.
makes you
sport.
hungry for some chicken.
Mexico, which, you know what? Not a bad guess to start with. It might be the right answer.
If you do say so about yourself.
Yeah, I'm forced to do it.
The country with the least expensive poultry is Mexico.
Not a bad guess to begin with.
But what about China?
I'm going to get there in a second.
Oh no, not right now.
Before you move on, can I just point out the fact that I have a blue chicken on a yellow top and Link has a yellow chicken on a blue top?
It's very pretty.
Yes, you can.
You've made really great aesthetic choices.
Can I point out that I match the bags?
Yes.
Yeah. You can get about 1 kilogram of chicken in Mexico for $3.11. Mexico is one of the leading producers of both poultry and feed, and the cost of raising chickens is low. So what that means,
Feed.
you move 0 notches. The second least expensive option here is China.
Yes.
For $5.49. Poultry prices actually went down in China in 2020 as
Right.
production surged. Link, that means you move 3 notches.
Come on, buddy. Just slow your roll.
Which means our most expensive option is Switzerland, where 1 kilogram of chicken will cost you $11.38.
Good
Switzerland has
gosh.
some of the most expensive meat in the world due to strict animal welfare laws and having a closed market, as they are not a part of the European Union.
And every chicken wears a watch.
Of these 3 countries, where is Red Bull the least expensive?
Look at this little koozie, Link. That seems like something that would excite you. You love a koozie.
I love a good koozie. I do not. You won't catch me drinking something without a koozie wrapped
And you know
around
what?
it.
If you're with Link and you have a drink that is cold, he will get you a koozie.
I'll give you a koozie.
Sometimes we'll just be out somewhere. He doesn't seem like he's got access to koozies. And next thing you know, he's like, here's a koozie.
I carry koozies with me.
I don't want your hand to freeze.
You know what I did yesterday? And this is not an exaggeration or a lie or anything.
Okay. It's not anything.
I had these like foldable koozies. I started hiding them in places.
That's what you've been doing.
That I thought I might need them. Like pockets of aprons.
You keep one in your butt crack? Is that where it comes from?
Woo, you can have it. I'm going with Philippines because I'm feeling the peens, as you said in the
Okay,
past.
yes.
Red Bull, under another name, originated in Thailand, if I remember something I've said in the past. And I just think that this is close enough by that is still, the prices.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I'm going with Germany because I'm German in the knees.
Why not Portugal?
I'm going with Portugal because I'm Portugal. I'm porching the gals.
Yep. Stay outside, ladies.
Okay, I'm going with Germany because club scene. You heard about Berlin?
Oh, yeah. Disco tech.
These folks, if there's a high demand for something, the supply catches up and the price goes down. Now you would think that demand sends the price up, but it does initially. But things have had time to regulate because they've been clubbing in Berlin for a long time.
Stevie,
it's driven the prices down.
Please jump in at any time.
The country with the least expensive Red Bull is Germany.
Yes!
You can get a can of Red Bull for $1.37, and it's because of all of the clubbing in Berlin.
Woo!
I'm just kidding. It's because Red Bull has a nearby production facility in Austria.
Because of all of the clubbing.
Sure. Rhett, that means you move 0 notches.
Yeah, I bet you can't even move.
I'm pretty used to not moving.
Look at you. I can't push a car.
Mine's glued in.
Why is my seat lowering?
The second least expensive option here is Portugal, where you can get a can for $1.63, which means our most expensive option is Philippines. A can here will cost you $3.35. In the Philippines, a sweetened beverage tax was implemented, raising the cost of sugary drinks, which means, Link, you move 6 notches.
Ooh! Wow. That's pretty close to hell, man.
It hurts, but I like to watch him push.
Oh.
Good gosh.
Wow.
It's a struggle in every way for Linkster.
Do we need to
today.
grease that thing? You know that you can also shop internationally without ever leaving the United States if that's where you happen to be. With Spork's Guide to the Best Japanese Snacks at Daiso, the best Thai Lay's chips flavors you can buy online, the best Mexican-owned food brands, and more. They're
Get
doing it
yourself
all.
some international foods that you know are going to be good. Spork.com.
Yes.
Of these 3 countries, where is honey the least expensive?
Honey.
Oh, honey,
What you want,
honey.
honey? What you want, honey? Remember that?
What you want, honey? That's our lunch lady's catchphrase.
What you want, honey?
Honey. Let's see. We got the U.S. Familiar with that.
USA.
We got the over here. We got Vietnam. Bees are threatened globally.
And it's a big deal.
And they're so important.
Because if they go, we go.
That's right. So we need to keep them. But where? Get it?
In the world?
We need to keep them.
We need to keep them.
If it doesn't seem like I've been trying.
You have been trying.
I have been.
We know you've been trying.
Stay out of this.
Do you know that we have the exact opposite colors and mine have been completely right each time?
What? I just
Where
can't
you've got
think
blue,
about why
I've got yellow,
honey-
and vice versa. That's wonderful.
I can't come up with any reason.
Keep your streak of choosing either blue or yellow. No one has chosen red.
I think there's more pollinatable places in the UK.
Prairies.
Locally. They
Grasses,
generate a lot of
grasslands.
local honey. But every time you go to a farmer's market, there's somebody selling honey. There's 2 rounds, and I'm about to go to hell, man. Don't you wanna help me out here?
No.
I'm not thinking Vietnam. It's too jungly.
Right. No bees in the jungle.
There's no box. Where do you put a bee box in the jungle? You can't find it.
Yeah, right. No hives.
I lost it.
No hives. No natural hives.
I want to say the U.S., but I think since I've been doing so poorly, I'm going to go with the United Kingdom because there's a lot of pollinatable land. Not a lot of cities in the U.K.
Well, Linky.
Did I frustrate you by taking your answer?
No, I was going to take the U.S.
Oh.
Because, man,
You don't know.
honey's cheap. Have you bought honey lately? Honey's cheap, man. I mean, if you get the
I only buy it at the farmer's market.
if you get this one right here that comes in the bear, it's cheap. We got so many bees, so many people. We got people just making honey in their backyard around here, driving the cost way down.
The country with the least expensive honey is the UK.
Yes, finally!
Averaging about
Because-
$3.29 per 500 grams, the UK imports cheap honey from countries like China, but in fact, they are buying honey blended with unnatural sugar syrups. But I guess it still counts as honey. And Link, you're not going to hell this round.
Nope. Fun.
What do you mean? I am next around?
Well, I'm just saying, you're not moving any notches. The second least expensive option here is the USA for $6.34. The price of U.S. honey can be attributed to the 2019 honey crisis when production fell 30% due to environmental changes. The honey industry has been struggling ever since to keep up with demand.
Right.
Rhett, that means you move 3 notches.
Oh, look, he does
I
move.
can take it. I can take it.
And our most expensive option is Vietnam for $9.94 per 500 grams. Though one of the largest exporters of honey, many beekeepers harvest their honey early and mix it with artificial enhancers for quantity over quality. So
these
Vietnamese people
guys.
tend to buy higher quality imported honey.
Mixing the honey.
Wow, look at that. Ships passing in the night.
It's the final round, and of course, the most important grocery of all, entertainment
Yes.
of these three countries. Where is a basic Netflix subscription plan the cheapest?
Well, I guess you can get a gift card for Netflix.
You can get a gift card. You can still get. They still got Redbox. I know that's not Netflix, but they still got Redbox at the grocery store.
I see that from a distance.
Did you go up and
No.
talk to it? You can talk to it now.
There's a person in there.
Yep.
I mean, even if I get it right, somebody has to go to hell because that's how grocery justice works. So I'm going to hell no matter what.
No. Let's make it interesting. I will go to hell on your behalf if you get this right, but also guess the correct price within $1.
Will you then come back from hell with the keys?
With the keys to the kingdom? I don't know, man. That's been done already.
Okay, I will take up that offer. Poland, Egypt, Puerto Rico. Let's see. Poland is a
Give some reasons for things.
well. There's it really comes down to what's the perceived value? How many streams are there in the native language? There's a lot in Puerto Rico. Egypt, they might have their own streaming service, like the Al Jazeera of comedy. And
Yeah, keep talking.
Poland,
Keep going.
it's like they don't have a lot of Polish series.
Huh.
They have enough, but they don't have enough to drive up the cost. So I'm thinking that this is the least expensive, and I think they're paying. Stop looking at me. I think that they're paying $3.99. $3.99.
Okay, you've locked in. So I would have chosen Poland as well, Link. I would have not said $3.99. But I don't know.
Cheap, man.
I don't know.
I know they have the English stuff with subtitles, but I see
feel
value
like
is low for that.
So I would have chosen Poland, but Puerto Rico. I mean, it's a U.S. territory, right? And so things are. I feel like Netflix is probably relatively expensive in the U.S., and I don't feel like they're making exceptions for Puerto Rico just because it's a U.S. territory.
Yeah, let's make them a state, by the way.
I mean, first of all, there are like people going there for like tax sheltering, right? Isn't that happening? Like you don't pay an income tax. That's why the Paul boys are there.
Oh,
Yeah. And Egypt might have a weird like entertainment tax. It might be like we don't want people to watch this because I think that like the government is kind of like trying to like assert some like moral authority or whatever and probably doesn't like what's coming on Netflix. So maybe it's like add taxes to it. So that kind of leaves me with Poland, which you already took.
right.
I don't know. You had to get it right in order for me to lose anyway. So I'm going to go with Egypt.
The country with the least expensive Netflix subscription plan out of these countries is Egypt.
No!
You can get a basic plan there for $227 a month. There isn't much information on the specifics of each country's pricing, but Netflix does adjust their prices based on economic climate, government regulations, and taxes. That means you move 0 notches.
Pretty good day.
The second least expensive option is Poland for $7.09 a month.
$7.09.
Which means Link moves 3 notches and you go to hell.
That sounds
I scream like a girl when I burn in
Yeah,
hell.
that sounds unfortunate. Now, are you going to come back?
Just a little bit.
Wow, you didn't really make it. Water.
Red Bull.
That boy's thirsty.
Anything.
That means the most expensive option comes from Puerto Rico, where it'll cost you $9.99. And your reasoning was correct.
Don't tell him
Puerto
that.
Rico.
Say that again.
It also means that you get to go to shopping heaven.
Hey, Grandma. So good to don't cry so much. Clean up on aisle 7. My grandma cried too much.
There's no crying in heaven.
No, there isn't Shopper's Heaven.
Oh.
Tears of joy.
Thanks for subscribing and clicking that bell.
You know what time it is.
I'm Cindy,
And I'm Greg,
and we're from Charlotte, North Carolina.
but we're here at Dishoom in London, England.
And it's time to spin the wheel of mythicality.
You gonna have a good meal. Best meal I've ever had.
All that Indian food in the shoom.
Click the top link to watch us compete to save money at the dollar store in Good Mythical.
And to find out where the wheel of mythicality is going to land.
I'm so sorry. I thought I was being helpful. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Sorry.